Hello friends, welcome back to Technique. Today we'll be doing yet another camera comparison, two flagship level smartphones under the 1 lakh pricing in India. We have the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus launched recently, and we are going to compare it with one of the really good camera centric smartphones, the Vivo X100. Now the Vivo X100 comes in two variants, Vivo X100 and the Vivo X100 Pro. Now we have the Vivo X100 with us, and we will be comparing with the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus. So before going into the camera comparison, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's begin. So first let's have a look at the hardware. Now the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus is Samsung's latest flagship device under the S24 series. Now this has 50 megapixel primary sensor, f1.7 aperture, then you get optical image stabilization, a secondary 10 megapixel telephoto lens, and a third 12 megapixel ultra wide angle camera. The telephoto lens is capable of 3x optical zoom. That also has optical image stabilization. Now on the front panel you get a 12 megapixel selfie camera, and the important aspect about the selfie camera is that it supports 4K 60 fps for video recording. So that's the S24 Plus. Now moving on to the Vivo X100. Now this device comes with the primary 50 megapixel camera, the Sony 920 IMX920 sensor, f1.57 aperture, then you get another 50 megapixel shooter which is the ultra wide angle camera, then you get a 64 megapixel omnivision telephoto lens which is capable of 3x optical zoom. Now you get optical image stabilization for the primary and the telephoto lens. Now on the front camera you get a 32 megapixel selfie camera, that's f2.0 aperture. So that's the camera hardware of these two devices. So let's see how good they perform in different light conditions and which of these devices is the better in terms of camera experience. So let's find out. So first let's have a look at the daylight captures. When you look at the camera samples of these two devices, so you can clearly see what separates them is the color reproduction. Vivo is a bit more richer in tones, and that we have mentioned already in the review. The default mode is vivid mode, but you can always go for the Zeiss natural color mode in case you feel the richer tones. But Samsung S24 Plus employs a more realistic colors, and it looks pretty good as well. So if you find the Vivo's camera algorithm a bit too vivid, you can always go with the natural color mode. Now one thing what separates these two devices apart from the colors is the sharpness levels. This is evident when you zoom into the pictures. Vivo offers plenty of details and it is definitely better than the S24 Plus, and even the dynamic range also looks great on the Vivo X100 compared to the S24 Plus. So in case of daylight conditions, we would say sharpness levels and details are definitely better on the Vivo X100, while colors with the primary mode, that's a vivid mode, looked better on the S24 Plus. But if I were to pick one device for daylight captures, that probably would be the Vivo X100 because of the details and sharpness levels along with the dynamic range it offers. Now when it comes to the telephoto lens, you can clearly see the similar impact. The S24 Plus has 3x optical zoom, same is the case with the Vivo X100, and what you can see is that S24 Plus has noise when you zoom into the pictures, while Vivo X100 is excellent in terms of details and sharpness levels and definitely better than the Samsung S24 Plus. The same result we get on the ultra wide angle camera as well, although colors are more or less similar here. Details and sharpness levels definitely look better on the Vivo X100. So overall, if I were to pick one device for all the three cameras in the daylight condition, that would probably be the Vivo X100. Now in terms of close-up images, also very similar results. Again, colors are different, but then you can control that. Details and sharpness levels looks very similar on both the devices. So there isn't much to differentiate these two devices in terms of close-up images. Now when it comes to portraits, this is where once again the Vivo takes the lead. You can see that the details and the sharpness levels and the edge detection is impressive on the Vivo X100. The S24 Plus is no different, but if you look at the versatility or the options you get for the Vivo portraits is definitely better, and even if you look at the indoor or under the shade portraits, Vivo offers is better, excellent colors, while S24 Plus has a bit of reddish tone in the skins and it doesn't bring in realistic colors, while Vivo has the best portraits overall in terms of this price category, and is our pick in terms of portrait photography. And you also get additional options like the Vivo's or rather the Zeiss portrait modes, the Biota, the planar, all these options are also included in the portrait photography. Now next let's move on to the low light. Now in terms of low light conditions in indoor artificial light, both produces pretty good results, but when it comes to extreme low light, when you turn on the night mode, although the sky colors are not realistic on the Vivo X100 with the vivid mode turned on, but the details and dynamic range it offers is impressive and definitely better than the Samsung S24 Plus. So Vivo, if you don't like the colors or if you don't like richer tones, obviously you have to turn on the natural color mode, because by default the vivid mode is turned on and the colors are richer. But the sharpness levels and details, even the telephoto lens also offers better results on the Vivo X100 when compared to the S24 Plus. So low light experience is definitely better on the Vivo X100, and even ultra wide angle camera also employs very similar results. So overall in terms of the rear camera performance, our pick would be the Vivo X100. Now moving on to the selfies, this is where things change. Now in terms of selfie experience, if you look at the skin tones and the overall selfie quality, I would say the S24 Plus offers better details and better sharpness levels and more realistic color tones, while Vivo is slightly on the reddish in nature. Even the portrait selfies also turned out to be definitely better on the S24 Plus. So if you are a person who takes a lot of selfies and if you take a lot of video using the selfie camera, then the S24 Plus is a better device to buy in terms of selfie experience. Now video recording, both can record videos in 4K 60 FPS. Here again you can see here very similar results. Again colors are slightly richer on the Vivo X100, but the stabilization looks very similar. The dynamic range was slightly better on the Vivo X100, and the quality was quite similar. The stabilization and also the details looked very much similar. So here I would say it's nothing much to differentiate between these two devices. It's a similar case we get with the 1080p 60 FPS. Now both the devices can do 1080p 30 and 60 FPS, just like the 4K which is offered at 30 and 60 FPS. The footage looks very similar, but again the colors are slightly different. Again you can toggle the natural color mode in case you find the color tones on the Vivo a bit richer. Now the telephoto lens, we feel the S24 Plus did a slightly better job, a better sharpness levels offered. The 3x zoom with video recording on the Vivo was not very stable actually. It was kind of jerking actually. The video footage was not very smooth, but the S24 Plus offered better details and overall better stabilization with the telephoto lens. Now when it comes to the ultra wide angle camera, once again dynamic range was better on the Vivo X100, but the video quality looks very similar. Again both can do 4K 60 FPS using all the three cameras. That's again definitely impressive. So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus, and it can record videos in 4K 60 FPS, one of the few flagships from Android offering 4K 60 FPS. So you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is. So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the Vivo X100. It can record videos only in 1080p 60 FPS. There is no 4K support for the front camera. So you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output. So that is the camera comparison of the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus with the Vivo X100. Now which one should you buy if you're looking purely for camera centric device? Now there are a lot of things additional for the S24 Plus. Here we have Exynos 2400, here we have Dimensity 9300, here we have 7 years of Android updates. So there are things which are different on these two devices. But now when it comes to the rear camera setup, probably if you look at the overall aspects, probably I would pick the Vivo X100, even though the images are a bit richer in tones and vivid. That's kind of a Vivo's algorithm by default, but you can always go with the Zeiss natural color mode, so that will make the colors a bit more subtle, so it will be matching up with the S24 Plus. But then if you are a person who takes a lot of selfies and a lot of selfie videos, if you are a vlogger who wants the best selfie camera, then probably I would choose the S24 Plus, because this has 4K 60 FPS for the front camera as well, while Vivo still doesn't have the 4K 60 FPS. It's capped at 1080p at 60 FPS. So in short, if I were to pick one device for the rear camera, that would be the Vivo X100, and if I were to pick one camera for the selfie camera, then it would be S24 Plus. So that was my comparison of the S24 Plus with the Vivo X100. So what do you guys think about the camera? Which one did you like? Do let us know your thoughts in the comment section. So this is Nirmal signing off with the camera comparison of the S24 Plus with the Vivo X100. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.